Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. P, and I'm back with Amelia, Bedelia, and Friends. Beat the Clock, written by Herman Parrish, pictures by Lynn Averill. Hey, I never knew that this was written by Herman Parrish, a guy. I never actually knew that. Huh, okay. Anyway, we're on chapter 9. So let's get started. Chapter 9. Remember, they're looking for that time capsule. Mrs. Shock's class, along with Ms. Hotchkiss and Mrs. Roman, assembled around the really old stump. "Welcome to our student lounge," said Cliff. "I'd offer you something, but we don't have anything except this really cool, really old stump." "Okay, Joy, here we are, and we're listening." Yeah, there you go. "Now, what makes you think that the time capsule is buried around here?" asked Mrs. Hotchkiss. Amelia Bedelia smiled at her friend. She knew that whatever Joy said would be amazing. "Well, it's like figuring out a word problem in math," said Joy. "The words matter as much as the numbers. When we heard that the time capsule was buried near there's the picture, near the oak tree, everyone assumed it was the big oak tree in front of our school, not the one behind the school, not the really old one that died right after they built our school. Now all that is left of that tree is this stump. But maybe this was the only oak tree around here when they buried the time capsule." Mrs. Roman was nodding the whole time Joy was speaking. "And then Amelia Bedelia told us that Pete from Pete's Diner is the great-grandson of the first principal," said Joy. "He told Amelia Bedelia about how his great-grandfather loved trees and felt really bad about the oak tree dying." Ms. Hotchkiss, Mrs. Roman, and Mrs. Shock were amazed to learn about Pete's connection to the school. "Astonishing," said Mrs. Hotchkiss. "Mrs. Roman, please send Pete a VIP invitation to our 100th birthday celebration." "So I think that the time capsule will be due north of this stump, like Principal Hoffman's letter says," said Joy. "Probably not too far away." "Penny, go to Ms. Garcia in the science room," said Mrs. Roman. "Tell her you're on a mission for Ms. Hotchkiss. And ask to borrow a compass that shows directions." Okay. "And Wade, go borrow some shovels, anything we can dig with from Mr. Jack. Tell him you're on a mission for Miss Hotchkiss, too." When Penny raced back with the compass, Joy set it right in the middle of the stump, and the magnetic arrow swung back and forth. Joy waited until it had settled down, and once it stopped moving, the arrow was pointing north. "I know, we should make a line from the stump to the north," said Clay. "That way we'll know the area where the time capsule is probably buried." "Great idea," said Joy. "Amelia Bedelia, please move one step to the right." Amelia Bedelia took a step, but in the wrong direction. "I meant to your right," said Joy. "Right," said Amelia Bedelia. "I like being right." "More to the right," said Joy. "You're not right enough." "Does that make me wrong?" asked Amelia Bedelia. Joy grabbed Amelia Bedelia's hand and pulled her behind Holly and Penny. Soon, Ms. Shock's students were arranged in a long line northward from the stump. See? North. Mr. Jack and Wade passed out shovels and trowels and scoops and spades, and everyone started to dig. "I keep hitting a rock," said Amelia Bedelia. "Oh, maybe it's not a rock." "Me too," said Joy. "I think I'm hitting that rock over here," said Skip. "Well, I'm hitting the same rock over here," said Rose. "It's hard, but I don't think it's a rock," said Cliff. Amelia Bedelia and Joy got down on their hands and knees and started clearing away the dirt. The shovel brigade uncovered what looked like a big stone lid. "Oh, I think this is it," said Mrs. Roman. "How exciting." "Okay, let's cover it back up now," said Ms. Hotchkiss. Well, why? Asked Amelia Bedelia. We just uncovered it. And she looked around at her friends. Everyone was shocked. Don't you want to see what's in it? Asked Clay, asking the question they were all thinking. More than anyone, said Miss Hotchkiss, but it can wait until our celebration when all our students are together and when the newspaper reporters and television crews will be here. That way we can share our discovery with the whole community. "Ah, that's why you're the principal," said Mrs. Roman. "I just want to go back in time right now." Amelia Bedelia couldn't agree more. She was so curious. Everyone dumped a shovelful of dirt back into the hole they had just dug. "Well, at least it will be easier to dig it up at the celebration," said Wade mournfully. And that finishes Chapter 9. We'll come back, boop, with Chapter 10 next week. And stay interested, because we're going to find out what's in that time capsule.